Ever wondered how to make the perfect bowl of ramen at home? Picture a dish that's traveled from the vibrant streets of Japan, capturing the hearts and stomachs of food enthusiasts across the globe. That's ramen for you, a symphony of flavors in a bowl. It's more than just a meal, it's a culinary experience, a testament to the diversity and depth of Japanese cuisine. Now, imagine recreating this experience in your own kitchen. Intrigued? Stay tuned to discover the art of preparing a delightful bowl of ramen at home. The secret to a perfect ramen lies in its four main components, each one playing a unique role in this symphony of flavor and texture. First off, we have the broth. This soul-warming liquid is often simmered for hours, extracting every ounce of flavor from bones, veggies, or seafood. It sets the tone for the whole dish. Next, the noodles. These aren't your average pasta. Ramen noodles are springy, chewy, and absorb the broth's essence, becoming a flavorful component in their own right. Then come the toppings. This could be anything from succulent slices of pork to crunchy bamboo shoots to a perfectly soft boiled egg. Each topping adds its own character, enhancing the complexity of the dish. Last but definitely not least, the tear. This is the secret sauce, quite literally. It's the seasoning that gives each bowl of ramen its unique flavor profile. Depending on the tear, your ramen could be salty, sweet, tangy, or spicy. Now that we know the main components, let's dive into the process of making each one. The heart of ramen is its broth and the soul lies in its noodles. Making the broth is an exercise in patience, but the rewards are worth the wait. Start by choosing the right bones. Pork bones are the traditional choice, but if you prefer chicken or beef, go for it. The important thing is to have a mix of marrow-filled and meaty bones, which will give your broth a rich and complex flavor. Once you've got your bones, it's time to get simmering. Fill a large pot with water, add the bones, and bring the mix to a boil. Then reduce the heat and let it simmer. This isn't a quick dip. We're talking about a slow, languid simmer that lasts for hours. This long cooking process allows the marrow, gelatin, and other savory elements to dissolve into the water, creating a broth that's brimming with umami. While the broth is simmering, let's turn our attention to the noodles. Making ramen noodles from scratch is a labor of love. Start with a simple dough of flour, water, and kansui, a type of alkaline water that gives ramen noodles their characteristic chewiness and yellow color. After kneading the dough until it's smooth and elastic, you'll roll it out and cut it into thin strands. Trust me, there's something incredibly satisfying about making your own noodles. It's a little bit of work, but the result is a noodle that's perfectly suited to your broth. With the broth and noodles ready, we are halfway through our ramen journey. The toppings and tear are the finishing touches that complete our ramen. Let's talk toppings first. The beauty of ramen is its adaptability. You can top it with almost anything. Traditional options include soft-boiled eggs, marinated to have a gooey, rich yolk, and slices of tender, flavorful pork. Don't forget your greens. Green onions or scallions are a classic choice, adding a pop of color and a fresh, crisp taste. Now on to the tear. This is the secret sauce, the soul of your ramen. It's the seasoning that gives ramen its characteristic saltiness and umami. In essence, it's a concentrated soup base. You can make it from soy sauce, miso, or even salt. Just remember, a little goes a long way. You can play around with these elements, mix and match to find your perfect bowl. The possibilities are as endless as your palate is adventurous. With all components ready, it's time to assemble our ramen. The final step is to assemble our ramen and serve it with love. The art of building a bowl of ramen is as important as the ingredients themselves. Let's start with the tear, the soul of our ramen. Spoon some into the bottom of your bowl, creating a rich, flavorful base. Next, we pour in our carefully crafted broth, melding it with the tear to create a symphony of flavors. Watch how it dances with the tear, promising a bowl full of deliciousness. Now it's time to introduce our perfectly cooked noodles. Gently lower them into the bowl, where they'll absorb the essence of the broth and tear. Finally, we crown our creation with the toppings. Each one is meticulously placed, adding color, texture, and an extra layer of flavor. There you have it. Your homemade ramen is ready to be savored. Enjoy your meal, or as the Japanese say, itadakimasu.